Day 2. To begin all of this, we are going to make a decision that's going to seem selfish. It's going to seem very out of the ordinary. For me to even go down this road and decide to do this seemed weird. It seemed wrong. In our daily lives, most of us work a 9 to 5. And in that 9 to 5, when we leave, we're tired and we go home and we eat and do whatever we do, we sleep, and then we go back to the 9 to 5, where we're going to give 100% of ourselves. And in the afternoons, we get tired and we drink caffeine and we go back and we go back. Now, recognizing that 9 to 5, that's someone else's thought and dream, and it's happening. And we're making them profits, and they're doing great. Okay, they are doing great. We are the worker. We are the person that is making the bigger dream happen. So what about us? What are we getting? When are we enhancing? When are we going to our next level? When is that going to happen? Until we stop, we kind of hit the pause button here. And we recognize, hey, what if I worked harder on myself than I do on my job? I know it sounds like crazy talk, but that's what we're going to do. It's possible. It's not difficult. It just takes time enhancing certain areas of your life so that you now have more. A lot of people say, I don't have time. No. They don't have energy. We're going to give us more energy. When we have more energy, we can do anything. For example, what I'm doing right now, delivering this blueprint to you, creating this blueprint over a matter of years, getting it all dialed in so that I can just hand it to you. So the first thing we're going to do, we are going to decide to work on ourselves harder than we work on our jobs. And it's going to change your entire universe. So let me give you a little sneak into the future. We work our 9 to 5. We're going to start doing much better because of everything that we're going to start enhancing. It's going to be awesome. Now at the same time, we're going to be looking at our passion, the thing we love to do, the thing we would do for free, whatever that is. I don't care if it's, maybe it's painting, maybe it's poetry, maybe it's hiking, maybe it's riding motorcycles. I don't know. But whatever that is for you, that's where your greatness is going to come out. And it's going to be amazing. Now we want to mirror these two functions, right? Where we're doing our 9 to 5, but we're also paying attention to our passion and then go over so that we're living in our passion. It's going to be amazing. But in order to do this, there are things we need to take down so that we can enhance our lives. There are things that we're regularly told to do that maybe we need to put a pause button on because that's holding us back. And don't worry, you're not going to have to guess at what it is. We're going to walk through items that are there in plain sight, but you're going to see them a little differently and say, hey, maybe that is holding you back. Let's distance ourselves from that. And it's going to be very, very simple. Now, where did this come from? After going through several relationships with the same ending, it was like I was seeing the same movie over and over. And I thought, this can't be right. Where's happily ever after? It's the same thing. It just doesn't seem right. So I took 2 years off to just be completely single, be by myself. And I thought, well, how will I know what to change? So I just started to study and read books. And that was not me. That was like kryptonite, just like it is to a lot of people. But it started to change my world. By 1 book, 2 books, 3 books, then hundreds of books. And I just kept going and going, and I just kept growing and growing and growing and having more and more energy. I started to feel better, feel happier. I felt like I was on holiday every day with everything that I did. It was beautiful. It's awesome. That's what I want to hand to you. Now, the concept itself dawned on me one day at work. I loved what I did, not with everybody that I worked with, and it was a giant organization. But one thing that was true, when I would hire sales professionals and then train them to be better, all the way to the top. Everybody needs a coach. And what I found was, and we kept finding this over and over and over, when you looked at what somebody did and they got stuck or they plateaued, we would go in there and you would find one little bitty thing that they needed to change. It could be a word. It could be the way they were doing something. It could be the way they were analyzing something. When we would change that one little thing, boom, it would be at their next level. It was crazy, but it happened over and over and over, hundreds of times. One day, as I was thinking about my life and what I was doing, and it was actually at that part of the day at 3:30 to 4 o'clock when I started crashing a little bit, I thought, what can I enhance in my life to make it better? I want to be going all the time. Why am I crashing? That's where everything kind of started. That was the genesis. And sure enough, as I found something and then something else and then something else, and I began to work on me, the focus was me and enhancing my life, as an ancillary item, work became way better. I was way more focused. I was way more attentive. I could do so many more things. I would go on to have a family. I have a wife. I have 2 children. I have pets. I have hobbies. I have so many other things. And then on top of that, I piled on my MBA. I got my MBA in cybersecurity. I kept growing and growing and growing. And then job opportunities came to me. People started coming to me. Hey, will you do this? Hey, will you do this? And I started getting very large positions. And it was awesome. And my money just started multiplying, literally. And so with this blueprint, I thought, why doesn't everybody do this? The most common thing that I get when people come to me and they ask me for a specific question on how do you do this in health? How do you do this in life? How do you do this in relationships? And I tell them, and I say, hey, why don't you just go read books? They go, no, there's too much information. I have heard that so many times. And then I would hear, you need to write a book. So here we are. I've put this into a blueprint. We're going to deliver it day by day. Just show up. We're going to go through it together. We're going to make this nice and easy. You got this. Now, I need you to do this with me every day, please. Say it with me. I need you to say this out loud. If you're in a busy place, at least think it in your head. Ready? Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better, and better and better, and better and better. I need you to feel that. I need you to know that. I need you to remind your subconscious of that. No matter what you're going through, know that you can get through it and come out on the other side and be just like this. I don't care what your state is right now. You can get there. You have the ability. I am amazing. Say it with me. Say it out loud. There you go. Greatness is in me. There you go. One more. I say this all the time. This is true. I got this. You do. You got this.